Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome if this is your first visit. My name is Stephanie. This week I will be doing an oracle card reading, just a regular old oracle card reading like I used to do rather than the pick a card because I really feel like we are in this kind of collective energy right now. So rather than separating things into three groups this week, I wanted to just do one sort of collective reading. So this is the week of October 8th through the 14th, 2020. We do have what's called or referred to sometimes as the 1111 portal in this week. So that is kind of a portal that opens on that date energetically for awakening, for the energy of expansion, for the energy of activation, really activating things in our life that we want to work on. So movement forward, a lot of movement forward with this 1111 portal. It's also just a cool date. A lot of us use 1111 as kind of a synchronicity or a sign from a loved one who has passed on, or just maybe from our spirit guides or angels that we are on the right path. So this will be kind of a collective reading and celebration of the week of 1111. So what we're going to do, I'm going to draw since it is such a synchronicitous number, it's called a master number or an angel number. I do want to draw a card from the numerology guidance deck just to see what number energy comes out to support us this week. And then I think we're going to do a card from the Keepers of the Light deck. And this will be kind of an energy or an entity, depending on what comes out, that we can work with this week for this energy of awakening and expansion and activation. And then the final card this week will be one from the Angel Prayers deck, which is not really a companion deck to the Keepers of the Light, but same creator, same author, and kind of same energy. And we'll see what the general message is for the collective this week. So again, we are in the energy of November 8th through the 14th, 2020. But if you stumble across this reading outside of that time frame and the message resonates for you, then it is for you at whatever time you see it. So let's get started. Let's see what number energy comes up during this week of 11/11/2020. That's a lot of repeating numbers there. 11/11/2020. Sorry, there was a rogue card there from another deck. Okay, so just focusing on the energy of the collective and what's coming out for us this week. Oh, I love it. So for those of you who follow this channel or have had personal readings with me, I feel like I have mentioned this previously, but 44 is a very synchronicitous card for me, a very kind of symbolic number for me. And many of you have mentioned in the comments before or in chats outside of YouTube with me that 44 is also a synchronicitous or symbolic number for you. So we get, for the energy of the week of 11/11/2020, we get the 44 card, which I love. So the 44 card is about your environment, and this is saying be mindful of your environment. Well, what does your environment include? It's everything that surrounds you. So kind of a message of maybe decluttering. We have been in a really kind of chaotic energy of upheaval and change recently, especially in the US, but it's affecting the entire planet. So this is saying that whole planet is your environment. Be mindful of what you take in. Also your workspace, your home. Is it decluttered? Does it feel good to you? Does it flow smoothly? Do you have a cluttered work area and you can't kind of get your mind right? It's because a cluttered work area clutters your mind. And I'm not saying you have to be one of those people that doesn't have anything in excess. If you are a person that is comfortable with little tchotchkes all over your house or knickknacks or mementos, by all means that is fine, but make sure they are things that bring you joy when you look at them. Make sure they are things that you love in your space. Make sure they are not covered in dust. Make sure you're appreciating them, and they are filling you with love and joy each time you look at them. So, if you have some spaces, some shelves, that kind of thing that you haven't paid attention to in quite a while, this is saying this week your environment is going to be really important for helping you feel balanced and stable and centered. You can't feel that in chaos, and there's so much chaos in the collective energy right now that we should be controlling. It would be wise for us to control what we can control. And that means grounding ourselves, cleansing our spaces, cleansing ourselves, really being in a space where we love what we are surrounded by. And there have been times in my life where I haven't loved the space I was in, but you can always carve out a little space, even if it's just your bedroom, just your bathroom. One place I lived, I meditated in my bathroom because it was the only place I could find some peace and quiet. So you might have to get creative. It might be outside in your yard. You have a beautiful space you love, but you don't really love the house you're in or the apartment you're in. It's okay. You can carve out a space. You can carve out a space if it's a closet or it's your bed or whatever it is, someplace that you have some control over where you can make it feel the way you want to feel and you can turn it into the environment that you want to be in. So that's what we're really focusing on this week. And again, 11/11 is on Wednesday, so making sure that we're really focusing on this throughout the week, but especially doing some cleansing work on Wednesday, 11/11/2020 for the 44 card. Okay, so then, that's my favorite card. The Keepers of the Light deck. We'll see who or what energy comes out to support us, for us to work with this week. Ooh. So it's Sanat Kumara. So Sanat Kumara is about light activation. Well, that's what the 11/11 portal is about. It's about expansion, activation. I think I even said the word activation at the beginning of this video. Awakening. It says, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. And so the message I've been getting in a lot of personal or private readings over the past few months, but especially strong, I'm going to say last week and the week before, is we are all connected as light workers. Those of us who are awakened and aware of what is going on in the world and our place on the planet, and we are able to detach from the chaos and the upheaval of the collective and look at it from a little bit higher perspective. That's why we're here. I mean, we all choose to incarnate when we do for reasons. I mean, we wanted to come here and experience this when it was happening to the earth and when it was happening to humanity. Each and every one of us on a soul level before we came here into our bodies chose this specific time period for this specific experience. So what we all have in common, if we are awake and aware and coming into alignment, is that we know we are of the light. We know we have a higher purpose, even if that higher purpose is just to be still and calm. It doesn't mean you have to be an activist. It doesn't mean you have to be doing anything. Sometimes your purpose is to learn how to stay centered and stay calm when there's chaos around you. So it's very much a time of allowing this light into yourself, allowing these activations into yourself. There are a number of wonderful sort of light activation videos on YouTube. I want to say Steve Noble is one that has a lot of, there are great meditations too, guided meditations I've mentioned before. I love the guided meditations that Stephanie Kojak does. So I'll put a link to her channel below. And then there are also activations that sort of awaken things in us, and that's really great for the energy we're going through right now. So I'll put a link to Stephanie Kojak's channel below, and then I think it is Steve Noble is the one I like for light activations and that sort of work. So I'll link both of those below, but really focusing on just opening yourself up and knowing that it doesn't always have to be an activation doesn't always have to be active. Sometimes an activation is activating something in yourself that allows you to connect with your light, to connect with your higher self, to connect with your purpose so that you're lining up action for the future. But right now, what you're connecting with is stillness and calm and centeredness, no matter what's swirling around you. So really connecting with the energy of the light, the energy of you yourself being of the light this week. And then our last card for the collective energy this week from the Angel Prayers deck. That one flew out, so we will take it. And it is, actually there's two stuck together. I didn't even see the second one. So the one I saw at first is Focus Your Mind, which is very much kind of the energy I was getting with the light activations. It's about being able to focus your mind, control your thoughts so that you are able to focus on the light rather than the darkness that is so prevalent right now. So focus your mind. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. And your priorities might be organizing your space or doing some additional meditations this week. But thanking the angels, thanking your spirit guides, and you are always welcome to change the words on these so that they resonate more strongly with you. Thank you, angels, thank you, higher self. Thank you. You don't have to thank anyone in particular at all. Thank you, God. Whatever resonates for you is absolutely fine. So change it if you need to suit your needs. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. And right now, the message I'm getting is, the priority is focusing on your light and sharing that, or going inward and cultivating it. So then the one that was stuck to it is spiritual abundance. And it says, thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. So I like this as just kind of a little extra blessing for this week, especially because so many of us do look at 1111 as kind of a lucky number sequence. And we think of it as being connected to the angels or being connected to spirit or being connected to abundance. So we see 1111 on the clock, or maybe we get a receipt back and our total was 1111 or our change was 1111. So being extra aware of those synchronicities and knowing that we are connected to spirit and to the angels and to our spirit guides and to our higher self and to the universe and to the divine, whatever you want to call it, and that there is always spiritual abundance waiting for us. And it doesn't always mean golden coins like are pictured here. It can mean an abundance of calm. It can mean an abundance of physical energy. It can mean whatever you are seeking that would bring you more into the light. That's what you want to focus on always, but especially this week when we have this kind of synchronous timing and we have this doorway to the light opening. So that is our energy for the week. I hope you all enjoyed this. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you're working on this week or what you're connecting with. Again, I'll put links to those two channels that I like below. But if you have other ones you watch, please feel free to share those. And I will talk to you all next week.